Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Now, if you're new here, my name is Tammy, and I'm a mental health blogger and now a candle maker. So, my channel is all about my everyday management of living with major depression and social anxiety, all while taking this candle making journey. Now, if you like what you've heard so far, then hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on the latest videos. Now that that's all out of the way, let's get into it. Now, if you saw my last video, then you heard me speak about how I picked up a new hobby in candle making. Yes, I have joined the rest of them in making candles. What got me started on this path, I guess it's a path, what got me started on this path was one day I was watching YouTube and I came across this video by Wade. He is the owner of Black Tie Barn, and I watched his video, got intrigued by the whole process, and then that sparked me to watch other videos, including his. I think I binge watched his videos probably for a month. I binge watched his videos just to learn the process and understand what it takes to make an actual candle, and also learn about his journey as well. But I wanted to do the candles um, because it was something creative to do. So what I did was in December, I watched the videos back in November. In December, I ended up getting money from my father. Yes, he still gives me Christmas money. I got money from my father, and I went on Amazon and I looked for a candle making kit. So I purchased the candle making kit, and after I got the kit, I think it took me about an extra week or two to actually dive in because I was still watching videos and still like researching some of my questions about it. So I started my actual making of my first candle probably in, I want to say, yeah, it was in December. So probably right before Christmas or either after Christmas. I can't remember. And I made my first candle and I enjoyed it because it was something new and something for me to learn. And I was excited about it. So I followed the instructions that came with it, and I made me a little tiny small strawberry candle. And I would show it, but I packed it away. But I made the candle and I just loved the process of it. So I kept making more and more out of the kit. But after making probably about my fourth one, so out of the four, two of them were good, two of them were not so good. And I wanted to know why the two that I made after follow the instructions didn't work out well. So I continued to watch the videos to understand the differences between the waxes and things like that. And what I found was as I was making the candles, it was just relaxing for me. It occupied my mind. I wasn't thinking about things that was stressing me out. I wasn't worried about things that was stressing me out. And I was just in that moment. And I think having the scent of it and going through the actual process of the candle making kit, it just made me more relaxed and made me feel like I was doing something. So it motivated me to actually get the actual products and make my own. So in order for me to get the actual products, I didn't want to go back to Amazon because as easy as it is to order from Amazon, as we all know, it's always a hit and miss nowadays with Amazon. So I wanted to go to the actual candle suppliers. So I ended up researching and I put in candle supplies near me, and I brought up just a list in Google, and it brought up just a list of different companies that supply candle stuff. Um, One of the first ones I gravitated to was the Flaming Candle, and I decided that, yeah, I wanted to actually do the process that I saw Wade doing in one of his videos. And I went and ordered me some wax. I think my first order was my wax, which was soy wax. My wicks, no, my soy wax. I ordered me, I think, four different sample fragrances, and I'll show you in a minute. Um, and I ordered some jars because you need jars to, obviously, if you're making container candles, you need jars to put your wax in and make your candle. So I ordered the candles, the candle supplies, and I waited because the flaming candle, it took a while. I was excited the entire time, just waiting for my shipment to come. So when it finally came here, I think I ordered 5 pounds of wax just to test. And when it finally came here, I waited another week or two. I was excited to get the supplies. I was nervous to actually do this outside of the candle making kit. I don't know if anybody else has ever felt that when they first started making candles, but I was nervous because I didn't want to mess up. So, but in the process, you have to mess up in order to learn and grow and perfect it. So, I waited probably about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. But in that process, I kept watching videos, different videos, and it opened up me to other candle makers who have done this before. So I watched the videos, I took notes and everything. I wrote it all down either in my notebook or on my computer. They're still there to this day. And finally, I was ready to dive right in and make my first candle. My first set of candles, I loved the smell at first. And then once they solidified, so if you know about soy wax, you know it takes about 2 weeks for the candle to completely cure, and then you're able to burn it after that. What I've learned, side note, is what I learned recently is that it's still in the process of curing even after the 2 weeks. But for the most part, the 2 weeks makes it like really bind. So it binds everything together that you put into your candle. And I think, don't quote me, but I think the wick um, is able to soak up the fragrance oil and adjust to the candle itself. I'm still learning, but um, made my first set of candles, and I didn't make a lot. I think I made about four because I have two different sizes of jars. I made about four candles with my fragrance oils that I bought. And I waited the 2 weeks. I burned them. I did what they call a burn test to see if I picked the right wick for them. And that pretty much sparked my journey of making candles. So after I burned the candles, and I did probably about 2 or 3 burns the first go around, and I did them for 2 hours the first burn and 4 hours the second burn. And I kind of like the smell of the candle, but I didn't. And then I didn't like the way the flame acted in the candle. And then one wick I used was burning down a lot quicker than the other one. I think I used, when I first started, I think I used a CD12 in my 8-ounce mason jar, and I used a Eco 10 in it. The CD12 burned, no, I used a CD18. The CD18 burned incredibly fast. And then the Eco 14 is what I used. Burned really, really slow. Like it barely made a dent after the third burn that I did on it. Barely made a dent. So, of course, that meant to me that I had to adjust the wicks. Well, lucky for me, I ended up buying a whole sample pack from Lone Star. I think that's the name of it, Lone Star. I ended up buying a sample pack from Lone Star, and that way I was able to test out different wicks to see what I wanted. Now you're probably thinking, Tammy, it's a candle. All you need is wax. You need a wick, and you put your favorite scent in it, and there you go. But it's more to that than just those things. While it sounds basic, it is beyond basic. It is a lot to learn. It is a lot of testing. It can be frustrating at times, especially trying to find the right wick for your candle. I think that's the most frustrating part I've come across so far with making candles, is trying to find the right wick to work with my wax and to work with my fragrance. And because I do color candles as well, to work with my dye. So it is more than just the basic thing, which everybody, oh, excuse me, which everybody thinks it's that simple. What I've learned from watching Wade's videos and other people's videos, because I have them, I'm subscribed and I have them pretty much on speed dial to like refer back to their videos that I've saved from them, is that it is a process. It is a long process. It is a lot of testing. I learned that there are so many different waxes out there to choose from. There are so many different wicks to try. There are so many different containers to try. If you want to do pillar candles or you want to do dessert candles, there are so many things out there for you to try out when you first start. Even whether it's a hobby or it's going to be a side business for you one day, or it's going to be your living one day. There are so many different things to try out to find out what you're comfortable with and what you're comfortable with working with. It took me a while. I went from soy 464 to Parasoy, the IG 6006, to now to back to soy 464, to finally the wax that I'm working with now, soy 10. I love soy 10 so far. It works well. I don't have to worry about the headaches that come with 464. But I do eventually want to go back to 464 at some point and work with it. But I learned so much in the span of 6 months. Let me see, January, February. I'm sorry, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Wow, in 9 months. Yeah, in 9 months. I've only been testing since January, and still in the testing phase. I've only been testing since January, but in the 9 months that I have been reading articles, watching videos, joining Facebook groups, asking questions in those Facebook groups, and just testing on my own, I have learned a lot, and I'm still learning. Just the other day, I went into the Facebook group. I thought I found the right wick for my candle jar, but I noticed that it flickers a lot. So I asked the question of, um, is my candle a failed candle if the flame flickers a lot? And I got some really helpful information from some of the members in there. So you're always learning. I'm always learning. I'm always trying to figure things out, because I don't want a product, whether it's for me or somebody else, I don't want a product that's going to fail. So I've been doing a lot of learning, a lot of testing on my own. So when you start making candles, the first thing you'll want to do is dive deep into all the different scents that they have out there. Every company I've come across so far that sells candle supplies have their own set of fragrance oils, and some of them even have essential oils. I don't use essential oils for my candles, they're all fragrance oils. Um, One, because essential oils are extremely expensive. And two, fragrance oils come more, there's more scents I've noticed than there are essential oils. But I do love both of them. Um, but when you first buy your fragrance oils and you smell them, you fall in love with the scent and you end up. So this is what I did. So I signed up to the Flame and Candle newsletter so that I can be, of course, notified when there's new products out, when they're like doing whatever. And with my first order ever, I got a free sample, a free 1 ounce sample of a fragrance oil of my choosing. I ordered my fragrance oils and I got my free sample, and I'm like, oh, great. This is so cool. I get a free sample and the ones that I picked out. What happens is every time you order and you hit a certain amount, um, they send you a free sample. I don't know if you can opt out of it. I haven't seen the button or anything, but they send you a free sample. And it's not just with the flaming candle. So I order my fragrances now, the majority of them from Candle Science. I love that place. The shipping isn't that bad for me. And while I'm still trying to find suppliers close by New York that I can utilize, they work. They work. Shipping is quick for me. Even at Candle Science, you order your supplies and it hits a certain amount, you get a free sample. So what happens is you get one of these little bottles here, right? And sorry to glare, but you get one of these bottles here. Um, Oh, and when I first started making candles with the candle supply products, I didn't order the big bottles because you don't know if you're gonna like the scent or not. So always order the 1 ounce one. That way, if you don't like the scent, because I have some I don't like, um, you don't have this big jug that you have to get rid of. So I ordered the 1 ounces for everything and ended up getting all of this. Now some of it has been used. I did order a bunch of them, and then some of them are also samples in here. And most of them are Candle Science. I have one from California Kitchen Supply. California Candle Supply. I have one from California Candle Supply, and I have probably 5 from the Flaming Candle, 16 Candle. I wanted to try 16. I'm messing up all over the place. 16, 17. I wanted to try their scents, so I ordered 2 of them. I love the scents, but the shipping is ridiculously high, so I haven't ordered any more from them. But most of them are from Candle Science. And if you notice, I put numbers on them so that I can know which one is which. So I put the numbers on all my fragrances. I made an Excel sheet for inventory and I typed in all of them, typed in the size of the bottle because I also have 4 ounces over there. And I typed in the name so that way I could go to the Excel sheet, find the name, it tells me the number. I don't have to constantly pick up because I got tired of picking it up, looking to see which ones I want. But these are most of my 1 ounce fragrance oils. I have some more in my bigger tote with my 4 ounces. And then I have my candle dyes here. which the dyes, the liquid dyes, are messy, but they also last long. And then I have my chip dyes, my block dyes over here. So I had to buy one because I was getting out of control with my fragrances. Now, I know you heard me say don't buy the 4 ounce or the bigger ones, Tammy. You said buy the 1 ounce ones only, but I only bought the 4 ounce ones in the sense that I know I'm going to continuously make candles with. So that's why I have 4 ounces. But I bought the fragrance oils to test out in candles to see if I like them, to see if I like the scents. A lot of them are they smell really, really good. Um, some of them are more relaxing than others, but they smell really, really good. And you end up purchasing and you end up with like bins and bins like I did. So that's part of my process of candle making. So I have my fragrance oil, my wax, my wick, my container, and my dyes for certain ones. I don't make a lot of color candles. It's like 50-50 right now. So 3 of the scents that I like are color candles and the other ones are white candles. I made this candle here. See right there? And this is my 8 ounce jar that I wanted to test in. So before you do anything, what I've learned is you pick the container that you want to make your candle in, and that's where your process pretty much starts. I want to test 2 wicks, and then I'm going to order some more wicks that I want to test as well, just to make sure this is the final wick that I'm going to use in my jars, so that I'm not like worried about family or friends burning, or me burning a candle and it's like, oh my gosh, it's out of control. So that's why I'm glad I'm doing the testing process right now. I started making more test candles with the fragrance oils that I chose. So my scents are permanent for me, for now. And so far, people like them. The few people that I've given a candle to, just to try out, they like them. So where am I at now in my candle making process? Well, I'm still learning and I'm still testing candles, but it has motivated me to go into my thinking phase and come up with ideas. So I've had more ideas, um, of if I want to continue to have this as a hobby, or to advance it further and let it be like a side hustle for me. Would love for it to be something more, and if I can make it into something more, it would be great. I started to just brainstorm everything, so I made uh not a business plan. I made a business outline, I guess, of what it would look like, what the name of my company would be if it was in existence today, what my products would look like. As you saw, one of my products, would I do more than candles? What would I want to see for the future of the company? So I took some time while learning and testing to also map all that stuff out. So that is my candle experience so far, candle making experience so far. Um, we'll see what happens. And this channel here is going to pretty much document some of that. I'm going to try my best. It's kind of hard to do videos. That's the other reason why I haven't been doing videos much, is because I live in a quiet area, but it's noisy. So I figure I could do these things while I'm home, unemployed. And I figure I can do these things while I'm here. But then at certain points of the day, things start happening and noises come. So if you heard noises in the video, that's pretty much what goes on day to day. I enjoy making the candles, and I'm glad I enjoy it, and I'm not just jumping into something that I'm not ready for just yet. I'm about 80% ready. When I get to 100% ready, then it'll be even more satisfying. But right now, it's just testing, 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 figuring it out, testing, ordering supplies when I can, when I find a couple of dollars to do so. Um, and it's just testing. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you would like to see more of my candle making process or need some daily inspiration or affirmations, then you can follow me on Instagram at The Silent Torch for inspiration and at Lanesa Marie Candles for my candle making journey. Also, if you enjoyed this video today, please give this video a like. So until next time, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week and be sure to show yourself a little more appreciation. All right, everyone, take care.